The next session will be introduced by someone from my team, Clémence, that most of you know already. Clémence, every year, she's very concerned about looking for the best of creativity in many different categories. So we are very happy to celebrate this year the 5th edition of the award prizes, which really rewards the best expertise. Thank you.
Thank you, Corinne. I hope all the finalists are sitting in front. Okay, let's start. I'm delighted to present this ceremony for the 4th time now. This year we had 84 applicants from 20 countries and 63 institutions and agencies, so it's a great result. We have 6 categories, 23 finalists that you might have the chance to discover with the exhibition. I strongly hope you did. And we have 7 winners. 6 categories and 7 winners, because all categories are the best branding campaign and classic categories that you always love. Best temporary exhibition communication, best scenography, and in that category, we reward both temporary exhibition and permanent collection, which is why there are 7 winners tonight. We'll also be looking into merchandising, app, and website. As Corinne said, it's all about acting digital. So let me introduce you our judges this year. We had a panel of experts, international experts, including Will Dallimore for the Royal Academy of Arts in London, that some of you might have met last year in Sydney. We have Katrin Daniloff, that is sitting somewhere here, from the Norsk Teknisk Museum in Norway. We had Keirodin Ori, who's now the head of curating at Palais de Tokyo, but who's originally from Singapore. Lily Hibbert, who is an artist in residence at the Musée des Arts et Métiers in Paris. Juliette Bourdillon, the director of Pro Museum International. Baris Ustunkaya, who's a director, not director, but almost director, of BKJ, that you saw this morning. And Usametin Kosan, who's the founder and director of Baxi Museum, who's also in Turkey, in the middle of the mountain, if you have the opportunity to go check it out. It's beautiful. And our last jury, I think you know her, Corinne. So thank you again to all these experts for their hard work. They spent a month looking at all the applications, reviewing, rating, everything. So thank you again for their work. I think we should not wait any more longer, so let's start the ceremony. For the branding campaign, very important, our beautiful trophies that were made by BKJ. Thank you very much to the entire team. They are stunning. I think they're probably the most beautiful trophy we've ever had. And it's very Istanbul, so we love it. So let's start. Every time I list the finalists, if the finalists are in the room, please come with us on stage. We have plenty of amazing things to give you, trophies, certificates, winner pins, and bags. So make sure you join us. So the finalists of the best branding category are the Philadelphia Museum of Art. I think we have Jennifer. The Bonniers Konsthal in Sweden. The Getty Villa. Yes, you have to come on stage. And the Whitworth in Manchester in the UK. So let's start already. Who's our bronze winner? We have 2 bronze winners. We have the Getty Villa for the original the Getty Villa. A stunning, a stunning campaign for the Getty Villa in LA, which was really targeted to the audience in LA, but also to promoting the permanent collection of the exhibition. Bonniers Konsthal, which is not here tonight, they did a fantastic campaign called The Last 10, celebrating the last 10 people who paid to enter the museum now that the museum is free. So it really involves the audience, and it was a great exhibition. All of these exhibitions on display in the exhibition, campaign on display in the exhibition outside, so make sure you check them out later. Silver goes to the Whitworth for their reopening campaign. They did an amazing campaign with the park, and also with the theme of falling in love with a museum now that it's reopened. Make sure you see it. And we have a gold winner. Some of you might have seen the presentation from Jennifer yesterday. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Museum of Art for their rebranding. Okay. Yeah. You did a fantastic job. The jury loved it. Let's discover a bit about it. Can we have sound from my computer? Can we have sound? Sorry. Here we go. I'm gonna have to stop you here, if it works. Sorry. I'm gonna have to stop you here quickly, but see Jennifer if you want any more information. The judge loved how you put the art front and center, using the AI, using your permanent collection. They rewarded the creative concept and consistent execution of the campaign. You saw quite a few tools. It works everywhere. It works on social media, on the website, in your exhibition. They actually said that it's likely to have a long-term positive impact on your museum, its visitors, but also its staff, by how dynamic it is and creative. Congratulations. So let's jump to the temporary exhibition communication. The finalists are Guggenheim Helsinki campaign by the Solomon Guggenheim Foundation. I think we have someone from Guggenheim. Are we? Yeah, thank you. Neon Signs HK, which is a cultural project by West Kowloon Cultural District Authority. So where's Kingsley? Kingsley's coming, perfect. And Towers of Tomorrow with Lego bricks by Sydney Living Museums. So Mark, Arnel, and everybody, you're welcome to join me on stage. Perfect. Let's start. Bronze goes to the Guggenheim Helsinki exhibition by the Solomon Guggenheim Foundation. Congratulations. It was a fantastic exhibition created to celebrate the opening of the Guggenheim Helsinki. It's actually more to make people interested and aware of the positive impact of the opening of the Guggenheim in Helsinki. It was a very well done exhibition with a perfect communication branding, and they had a lot of activity with the public to engage them in the opening of the Guggenheim. So congratulations. Silver goes to Sydney Living Museums. Congratulations, Arnel. They did a fantastic work for the exhibition Towers of Tomorrow with Legos. It was one of the biggest family exhibitions they've ever done, and they had the challenge to work with Lego. And the copyright and rules of using Lego is really hard, and they did a fantastic job adapting it to their museum and to their audiences, family audiences. Congratulations. And now that we know our winner, it's Neon Signs West Kowloon Cultural Project. It is an interactive online exhibition that I invite you to discover right now. If it works. Okay. So the Neon Signs project is a project online exhibition to protect and preserve the neon signs of Hong Kong, which are disappearing. You saw everything that was done around the exhibition. It's fantastic. So much content. You created and gathered very rich content. You got outside people to testify. You got user-generated content. It was fantastic. The jury found that it was a very creative approach to protecting heritage and involving audiences, especially young audiences, on protecting heritage, which is not easy. It was an excellent execution on many different supports, online and offline, which is good because it is an online exhibition, but you went beyond online and you went back in the streets to promote your online exhibition. Congratulations. Now let's look into scenography. So as I mentioned, we are rewarding 2 different campaigns, one for temporary exhibition and one for your permanent collection. Obviously, the challenges are not the same, neither are the budget, time, and calendar, which is why we're rewarding 2 tonight. Our finalists for the temporary exhibition are LACMA for the Haunted Screen German Cinema in the 1920s exhibition, the Museum Boismans von, sorry for the pronunciation, Beningen by the agency Irfontein for the exhibition around Richard Serra waxing arts, Mauritius for Rembrandt's The Case of Saul and David, and the Australian National Maritime Museum for Voyage to the Deep. Can you please all join me? I think we have at least people from LACMA and Australian National Maritime Museum. Yes. Right. So while you're coming, let's go to bronze goes to the museum I can't pronounce. They did a fantastic work with, I'm sorry, yeah, that's correct. With Richard Serra waxing art. It's a very difficult exhibition because it's a deal with the artist that the only artwork in the exhibition can only be his. So they use lighting and augmented reality to create a pass for the visitors. And it's quite conceptual, but I invite you to discover it in the exhibition. Silver goes to, Mauritius and the Australian National Maritime Museum. The Australian National Maritime Museum did a great exhibition called Voyage to the Deep to involve family audiences. Congratulations. For family audiences to be involved in the summer programming, and it was all about recreating the atmosphere of a submarine and exploring the ocean, and it was a great success for the museum, and I believe it's going to be reconducted several times. It was a fantastic program for families, presenting content to everybody, and a great scenography. Mauritius did a great work for the exhibition Rembrandt, The Case of Saul and David. They had to do a scenography for an exhibition presenting only one artwork, and the scientific discoveries that were done and conducted for 7 years. So not the easiest exhibition either to promote or to lay out, but they presented it as a mystery case, inviting you to work with a scientist and finding out the secrets of the artwork. So, great concept. And our winner is LACMA, Los Angeles County Museum of Art, for the exhibition Haunted Screens German Cinema in the 1920s. Okay, congratulations. The exhibition mixed a lot of film, document, posters, sketches, so it was a lot of, I think a lot of documents to show, And I believe the space is also very narrow, and they created this kind of curtain that takes you through the whole exhibition and that creates spaces. So you manage to create an atmosphere for each visitor with a very contemporary design approach. You told a great story, allowing visitors to have their own experience and not necessarily just copying the style of the German cinema of the 1920s. So that was very creative. Now let's look into permanent collection scenography. Our finalists are the 9/11 Memorial Museum by the agency Local Project. You might have met Jake Barton, it's the founder of the agency a few years ago in New York, and he was presenting the memorial, which was at the time still a project, and which is now open. The MAC and Vienna for the artistic concept by artist Tadashi Kawamata for their Asian collection. The Gallery of Humankind or Evolution or Body at the Museum of Natural Sciences, and World of Silver at the Dutch Silver Museum with the agency Tinker Imagineers. I think we have, well, we have people from, okay. We have people from Tinker Studio Luther here or something. Maybe not. Oh, we have more people coming. Perfect. So the bronze goes to the Museum of Natural Sciences in Belgium for the exhibition or Evolution or Body. It's a fantastic exhibition about science and mixing evolution and body. And they used a lot of new materials, and they created 3D prints of bodies and part of the body so that people can touch and experience, and you can go inside the body, and it's very tactile and it's very user-friendly. It's a great project for the museum. Congratulations. Silver goes to, it works? Oh. The MAC in Vienna for the artistic concept by Tadashi Kawamata, who someone was saying earlier that we should use artists more. They use artists for the scenography. They never work with a scenograph agency. They only have artists creating an artwork around the collection. So it's a fantastic project. It's for the Asian collection, and the artists use pieces of wood to create a pattern. And just try to picture this in your museum. Every single information in this exhibition is written by hand by the staff people. Nothing was printed. Everything was done by the staff, all the cartel, all the information. So yeah, just try picturing your museum doing this. Pretty cool. And congratulations to Tinker Imagineers for their work with the Dutch Silver Museum. Presenting a silver collection is not an easy work, and they created a fantastic 15-foot-long table with the silver set as if you were going to a fantastic dinner. But underneath are interactive table allowing you to look into the history of each pieces. They also put the silver in context, and I was actually personally impressed by the scenography, especially considering your topic is not the easiest to sell. I mean, silver is fantastic, but it's not the easiest. And a winner is the 9/11 Memorial Museum by Local Project. I will discover here. Okay.
The 9/11 Memorial Museum is more than a history of the attacks. It honors the shared memory of the 2 billion people around the world who witnessed the attacks on that day. Over 7 years, we worked with the 9/11 Memorial Museum to gather thousands of stories. These stories and their metadata formed the foundation of each exhibition. Timescape analyzes 4 million articles from 9/11 to present day using an algorithm we built to visualize trends and stories that evolved over time. Reflecting on 9/11 asks everyone the same question.
So Jake Barton couldn't make it today, sorry, but it's a great challenge. And if you listen carefully to what they said, one out of five visitors left a comment, shared his story. This is incredible engagement. And the judges rewarded this as they put the stories and human at the center. They use design thinking to create visitor engagement. And we believe it has a strong potential to evolve, which is good because that was part of the brief. The 9/11 story is not over. It builds with the war, it builds with everything that is going on, and they managed to create a scenography that will adapt and evolve. So, great job to them. Let's look at something lighter, friendlier, more shopping-wise. Merchandising. We have two finalists in this category. Billiken Cultural Initiative and the botanic line of Inoteam in Brazil, which was done by RD Design and the design office of Inoteam. I think we have at least someone from BKJ. He is coming. Perfect. So our silver winner is Billiken Culture Initiative. Well, you probably saw Oran's speech this morning, so you know a lot about it, but the jury really liked how they're using the permanent collection of the museum and of the heritage sites that they're managing to create an exhibition. They are also very careful about using local artisans and craftsmanship to promote the exhibition, and they have a really strong research and development department who's looking into all the history of the harem and everything to create collections dedicated to the site. It's okay? Perfect. Correct. And a winner, let's go to Brazil with Inoteam. You might have heard of Inoteam before. It's this fantastic site in the middle of the jungle in Brazil. They have a botanical garden, museum, a contemporary exhibition center. They have an aquarium, and it's this really new cultural concept. They won Best Branding a few years ago. You might have seen them here before. And they created a fantastic line for the botanical garden. It's very elegant, very well executed. It's an excellent level of craftsmanship and respect of Inoteam value for sustainability and eco-friendly. And it looks fantastic. We're just showing you a few examples, but they have an amazing jewelry and everything. And everything is doing locally with people from the jungle. And it was a great campaign, great collection. Okay. Let's go to digital side of things now. The best app finalists are the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, Guggenheim Museum Bilbao, and Saatchi Art. I think we have... Do we have... Well, Guggenheim, you can come back. Yeah. Also, it's not really your institution, but that will work. Or... Bronze goes to the Guggenheim Museum Bilbao. It is the first ever responsive app created in Spain. It has great content about the exhibition, but also about the architecture of the museum, which is obviously very emblematic, but it delivers great content and is very responsive. Silver goes to Saatchi Art, which is an application that is creating connections between contemporary artists and contemporary art lovers and buyers. It helps artists promote the art and share their work, and also it creates a community. So you can actually ask contemporary artists questions about how they produce their work, and obviously if you want to buy something, you can, but it has a very community sense, and we liked it. And our winner is the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, which won't appear. Canadian Museum for Human Rights. I'll let you discover the video.
What are human rights?
Voting,
Equality,
a fair trial.
free speech.
You'll discover a lot of different perspectives in this gallery, in the multimedia show, and in the timeline. Take some time to explore. I think you'll be amazed at how many points of view there can be.
What does it mean to have human rights?
Where do human rights come from? The answers seem to be different all over the world.
Although there are different perspectives on the meaning of human rights, people do share similar hopes and goals.
Yeah, people everywhere want to have their basic needs met, to live without fear, to be treated fairly.
But the way they talk about these rights isn't always the same.
I've started realizing rights also mean responsibilities. Everyone can play a role in protecting rights. The choices we make affect other people, from our neighbors to people across the world.
I'm curious about the long timeline. It covers thousands of years of history, but it doesn't look like we've always made progress.
True. Start anywhere. There are 100 moments in time representing people, events, and ideas from all over the world. You'll see some moments that mark human rights advances and others that show setbacks.
I'm wondering why they chose these particular people.
Sorry. You can find out more later online. The app is going beyond the usual museum app without insulting any of you. It experiments with augmented reality. It offers a great experience for visitors during, before, during, and after the exhibition. It also has a strong commitment to accessibility. I think you probably saw that they have the transcript, but they also have things for the blind and the deaf and everything. And to finish, they have quite a few innovative aspects where you can share your feeling about the exhibition, as you saw the mood map. So that was pretty good app, and it's very interactive for a very intelligent, serious content. So congratulations to them. And now, last but not least, the Best Website Award. Our finalists are Neon Signs from West Kowloon Cultural District Authorities that you saw earlier, the Van Gogh Museum, and the Qatar Digital Library by the Qatar National Library and COGAP. We have everybody. Perfect. I'll just wait for you. Okay, now that we have everybody, let's go to the bronze, who's going to the Qatar National Library by COGAP. It's a fantastic project by, the Qatar Digital Library is a fantastic project by the Qatar National Library, which worked, I think, with COGAP and also the British Library to offer an amazing content to its users. It's used by a lot of scientific, but also schools and public. It gives access to centuries of Islamic art and Islamic collections. It's one of the first initiatives of this kind in the part of the world, and it's fantastic. So I invite you strongly to go into the website and look at it. Our silver winner is a Van Gogh Museum. You'll find more about them tomorrow because they're going to have a fantastic session to present the website. But the jury rewarded the simplicity of the website. I don't know if you've been to it. It's, to me, one of the best practices in the museum world. You can either have practical information or meet Van Gogh. And that's this simple, 2 buttons. And a lot of you should probably learn from this. It's a fantastic website. And she'll tell you more tomorrow with fabric. Yeah. And a winner for the second gold prize tonight is the West Kowloon Cultural District Authority project, Neon Signs. Don't drop the trophy. Okay, so we looked earlier at what they did outside of the website as part of the communication and content. Let's look into what they did for the website now.
films we made at a certain period, the 80s, 90s, wouldn't be this way if it wasn't for the space in which they are made. And our space is a neon space, it's a light space, it's a space of energy that is electric. It was almost like these signs are telling me, hey, Guido, get it together. You've got a lot to learn.
So as you just saw, it's a very creative website. It offered great content for all kind of audiences, heritage-focused audiences, but also young people going in the streets, sharing photos, super user-friendly, generating a lot of submissions. That is pretty impressive considering the exhibition only lasted 3 months, I believe. It was also very consistent, and that's what the jury celebrated tonight. So congratulations to all the winners, again. We had a fantastic time looking at your submissions, judging them. Well, I wasn't judged, but judging them and preparing this exhibition and the booklet. Make sure you pick up one of these, presenting all the winners when you leave the auditorium after Vasif's presentation. And also, we're creating a new thing this year, which is IDCA Ambassador. Corinne, would you like to present it?
Yes, I mean, I want also you to applaud Clémence, because she's done an amazing job for these awards. And it's a really long year process. I mean, collecting all these, ideas and application. It's really a very long process. And what we would like to do next year is to involve you. So we are looking for ambassadors in your country, in your continent, in your geographical zone, to give us ideas and to work with us to really bring, a suggestion of who could be a candidate and an applicant to win, because we want to share. We publish a book. We are very active to celebrate who's the best. So please be our ambassadors next year and join us in that process for 2016. So thank you again.
Right. Thank you. And final word, application for next year will open in January.
Okay.
And I'm stealing the Canadian People Trophy.
And it's been great to see just the evolution of the awards over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Clémence, so congratulations. And thanks to the jury, to the judges across the world who spend all the time really looking at more and more submissions.
Exactly.
It's a great thing to be able to be rewarded and see some of the innovation happening in the industry across the world.